By 2024, all students will enroll into Secondary 1 and go through a 4-year curriculum for all subject bands. So this will require us to undertake a review of our post-secondary posting system so that students taking a combination of G1, G2, G3 subjects can be fairly considered for ITE, Polytechnics and JCs. 2024 is a few years away, so we will use this time to undertake this review. We will also explore other alternatives to a 5th year in secondary schools, like the current PFP, Polytechnic Foundation Programme, to help students bridge over to Polytechnics and JCs. PSLE still serves as a useful initial gauge of the subject bands that each student is most suited for at the beginning of Secondary 1. So students admitted in the first PSLE scoring band will initially take mostly G1 subjects. Those in the second PSLE scoring band will take mostly G2 subjects, and those in the third PSLE scoring band will take mostly G3 subjects. Admitting students across 3 PSLE score bands will allow schools to offer subjects of all bands. But once in secondary school, students can discover and further develop their strengths and interests, and full SBB will enable them to diverge into various paths, taking a combination of subjects across different bands. Admitting students from different PSLE scoring bands into the same secondary school will ensure that our students get to make friends from diverse backgrounds. And indeed, one of the key objectives of education is to forge a cohesive society. There is value in having certain schools taking a whole school approach in implementing specialized programs. The downside is the lack of mixing in these more specialized schools. These schools, they have to make a special effort to recruit students from all backgrounds, wisely using their direct school admission or DSA mechanism. They will have to ensure that students participate actively in inter-school mixing opportunities, such as combining school CCAs, outward-bound school camps, or values in action projects, where week in, week out, students from different schools get to mingle together. There is also scope for these specialized schools to offer more subject options. In time, it will also make sense for the schools that take in only express students to offer some subjects at the NA or NT level. After all, customization of education and catering more flexibly to the varied interests and abilities of students will benefit them. There are some students who are very strong in every academic subject, but most, like myself, have uneven strengths, even specific weaknesses. It is just the way humans are. The challenge of our education system is to cater to that. And that is the central purpose of this change. Put to rest the mistaken notion that there is a single dominant path to success that starts from a very young age. The school system will become more flexible, far more flexible than today, so that we can customize learning to the student to give them time to blossom at different points in their lives, while anchoring the belief that we can grow and get better. Beyond schools, the IHL landscape then offers even more varied pathways for the student to develop and grow based on his talents and his strengths. In making this change, we are developing a child with the knowledge that the pace of his or her learning changes with time, all the way to adulthood. We are acting on our conviction that our students benefit most when there is diversity across schools and within schools. Above all, we are guided by our belief that no child's fate is fixed, and in an environment that encourages growth and development, they will fulfill their potential to be sons and daughters of Singapore that we can be proud of.